Spend day 3 of my Tunisia holiday with me. Welcome to day 22 of Vlogoween, where I am doing regular vlogs in the lead up to Halloween. Think Vlogmas but Halloween edition. If you want to check out my previous posts for Vlogoween, I have a whole playlist dedicated to all of my Vlogoween vlogs, so you can check them out there if you want to catch up. So today is day 3 of my holiday in Tunisia. I am actually running a little bit late. We are going on like a camel ride. We are going to be going to get like a spa treatment done later on in the day. So I am dressed. I have done all my makeup. I think it looks okay. I got ready in like 20 minutes. I'm wearing this cute little top with these flowy shorts. Also, hello, if you don't know me, my name is Rajan, aka Not Half Bad Crochet. And if you want to keep up to date with any of my Vlogoween posts, be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a little like, and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm running a little bit late, so we're gonna go. We're just gonna go. Thank you, Camel, for bringing us here. Hi friends, if I look very oily and greasy, it's because I literally just got back from a massage. I'm feeling very relaxed, so let me fill you in on my day so far. I had to leave quite quickly this morning because I took too long getting ready. Actually, to be fair, I was getting ready quite quickly, but we just didn't wake up early enough for like having breakfast and getting ready. But we basically had this like camel ride tour that was booked through people at our hotel, and so it was literally like we go to this place across the road from where our hotel is. It's like a little train station, and then they had like a big row of camels there, and we rode the camels to like this little village spot. And then when we were there, they had this like traditional Tunisian flatbread, which they showed us how they cook it in this like massive clay oven, and then they served it to us with olive oil and stuff, and then they played music. And I also got like and it's not henna, it's not mendi, but it's like a Tunisian version of it. And it was really interesting how it was done, because she basically had this like a nib to a pen, and she kind of was like dipping it into this kind of like pot and then doing the design. It cost extra money, but like it's fine. It was pretty pricey for kind of like, you know, what it is, but like I don't care, I'm on holiday. So yeah, I got that done, which is really cute. I've obviously like rinsed off the actual like paste, and then yeah, that's kind of like the whole tour, I guess. But it was really fun. My partner's never ridden a camel before. I have ridden a camel very briefly when I was in Dubai when I was like 16. And yeah, I rode a camel on the beach, which is super random, not for very long, but I do remember enjoying the experience. Obviously, I'm considerably older now, and so when you get, so if you've ever ridden a camel, you obviously know what I'm talking about, but camels are massive. Firstly, they're very, very tall. Obviously, they have these huge humps on the back as well, so like it's not particularly comfortable to sit on. No shade to the camel, like fully respect what they're doing. Yeah, so me and my partner were sharing a camel, and they basically kind of make them like bend down, and so you obviously like have to, you know, swing your leg over, but they're very broad, and like I obviously had to like keep my legs open wide for like the entirety of the trip, and it was pretty fucking uncomfortable, I can't lie. So yeah, I was on like basically on the hump, and then my partner was like directly behind me, and then they had this big like kind of handle thing you could hold on to, and then all of the camels were like you know, tied together with like a rope with other people who were on the tour as well. It basically took us from like where we met up at the train station, kind of went to this little village area, and we did like a loop basically, and then we obviously did all the flatbread and played the music and blah blah blah, and then we went back to the train station. But my my crotch was in so much pain, like it literally was like my butt bones, I don't know what the bone is called, but oh my god, it was so painful. So I was, it was fine like doing it there. I was like, okay, I'm ready to like get off now. But yeah, on the way back I was like, I am okay for getting back onto this camel. So like we just walked alongside the camels because they weren't going very far, nor were they going very fast. So yeah, we just walked, me and my partner like decided to walk back to kind of where the train station was, and then they took us back to our hotel. But it was really, really fun. My partner's never done it before, so it was something that he wanted to experience, and I definitely enjoyed the experience for sure. But yeah, I think in my older age, my hips and my legs don't do that anymore, and it obviously is quite difficult to get on, it's quite difficult to get off, and yeah, my creaky bones just didn't enjoy it. But yeah, then when we got back, we just chilled a little bit in the hotel. We got changed into like our swimwear and went down to hang by the pool for a little bit, because we booked a massage for like from our hotel, because there's a spa on site. I haven't had a massage in a really long time, and my partner hasn't either, and we don't really get massages really, like usually they're quite expensive in England, and I just cannot justify the cost. But this massage, I was cracked like a fucking glow stick. So it was called a Californian massage. I don't really know what it entailed. It was an hour long, and yeah, literally wrung me out like a towel. It was really good, but there were some parts where I was like, this is so painful, but like I know it was like a good kind of pain. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when you've exercised and then you massage your sore muscles, it was kind of like that. And I think because my body is so tense and so tight, and like I have so many knots in every part of my body, I think that's why it was kind of like hurting a little bit. It wasn't bad, it wasn't like not tolerable, but there was some parts where I was just like, fucking hell. But I feel very relaxed and very like oiled up now at the moment. So we just come back to the hotel room just to chill for a bit, and then we're going to go back out to the pool. It's really affordable. Like the hour-long massage we both had today, I think was about 30 something pounds, and in England, if you were to ever get a 60-minute massage, it would be anything between like 60 to like 80 pounds. So it's basically like half the price. So I'm kind of like, you know what, when on holiday, we're actually going to relax. So now we are going to just head back down to the pool and chill out for a little bit. I think tomorrow we're gonna do this like dolphin tour thing that's like by the beach providers on the beach near where we're at. That's what we're doing for the rest of the day, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Hi friends, guess who got another headache? Me. I don't know what's going on. I just got another really bad headache, real bad. So yeah, let me fill you on the rest of my day. So basically after the massage we went back down to the pool area, but the sun was kind of going down because the sun sets at like 6 o'clock here. It's kind of early, but yeah, the sun was kind of like going behind our hotel. So we were gonna like have a little swim and just like sit in the sun a little bit longer, but it ended up, obviously sun was going down. So yeah, we were only there for maybe like another like 40 minutes, maybe an hour, and then came back to our room and I had a shower and washed my hair and stuff. And the water pressure here is really good. It's like really strong, but I don't know if like the water pressure kind of pounding on my head like basically activated a headache, and it was so bad. Like it was basically like over kind of my eye and like my left side of my head and like this side here, but
it was just like a pounding headache. Like usually when I get headaches it's more of like a dull ache, but this time it was just like somebody was hammering at my head. So yeah, really painful. And this was at like, I think it was maybe about 5 o'clock, so it was relatively early. So yeah, really painful. So after my shower I took some painkillers and then literally just lied down in bed. So my partner was just chilling, I think he was reading, and I was like, I just need to be like still and keep my eyes closed and wait for my painkillers to like kick in basically. So I ended up having a little impromptu nap at like 6 o'clock, which is not great, but obviously I was tired. And then yeah, we went down for dinner, which was nice today. It's kind of like a lot of the, because we're half board, so we get dinner included in our stay, but a lot of the dinner stuff tends to be quite similar, like night to night, so there's not a huge amount of variety. Like they'll have like a few different bits here and there. But what I found really interesting about the dinner stuff and even the breakfast is that they're definitely not catering to like British people. Like there's not like a fry up, or there's not like, usually a lot of the times they'll have like chicken nuggets and chips and things like that. There's not that at all, which I think is actually really interesting and like good, you know, because every time I've kind of gone to another country, especially when it's like an all-inclusive hotel or a half board or something like that, they always do, you can tell they're like catering to the tourists rather than like serving their cultural food. But that's what I'm really enjoying here, is that I've been able to try a lot of things that are culturally Tunisian, and also like just have stuff that's different, you know. Like don't get me wrong, they also have like fried eggs and scrambled eggs for breakfast and toast and whatever, but they have different dishes and different things that you wouldn't necessarily have in like a British breakfast. And same with the dinner. So yeah, dinner was good. I think like I was just really tired, and obviously my painkillers had kicked in, but they weren't like, I wasn't like fully kind of back to normal, if that makes sense. So I just kind of felt a bit like out of it. Afterwards we came back to the room, and then I've just been chilling really. So my partner was reading some of his book. I was just trying to, because it was only like 7 o'clock, I was like, I can't go to bed now, that's just crazy. So I've done a little bit of crocheting, nothing crazy. I've been working on this little top, which I'm doing like a whole separate vlog for, if you want to see the fruits of my labor. That will be coming after Vlogoween though, so it might be a little while until you see this top. But yeah, I'm working on it at the moment, it's going well, and I'm just lying in bed. My partner was getting a bit like stir crazy, because obviously we've been in the room a little bit more than normal today, so he's gone out for a little bit. I obviously was like, I'm not going to be great company, so he can just explore and I will just lie here like a wet fish. But yeah, I'm feeling better, but I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? It's really annoying, because like in the evening I was like, oh, I'll do some editing and I'll do some crocheting and la, but like the past 2 nights I've had issues. Also, oh my god, so my massage was so good. Like it was so good, but it was so painful at the same time, if that makes any sense. Like I was like, the way this man was digging into me was crazy. Like, and it's one of those things where, because I am very physically tightly wound, like I know I have a lot of knots, I tense my body a lot. Like I tense my jaw, I wear a mouth guard when I sleep because I literally grind my teeth to death, and like my whole body is very tense. My job entails me sitting at a desk, you know, so I know that like my joints, my muscles are not good. And the massage I got was called a Californian massage. It's very much about like deep, you know, deep tissue kind of vibe. But the way that he wrung me out like a towel was absolutely fucking insane. Like actually insane. Like there was moments where I was just like, oh, it really hurts, but like it hurts but it's good, you know. It's like I was like, ow, but also like I know this is going to be good. But then earlier, so my partner just kissed me goodbye, and I like looked up to kiss him, and my neck, the back of my neck, like here, feels so bruised. I feel like I've been beaten, you know. Like I feel like I've been to war in a good way. I'm sure it will be, you know, positive in the long run, but yeah, I'm just like, fucking hell, I feel like tired from it, because I've literally been wrung out. The camel ride was good as well, but yeah, like I said, like it was just quite uncomfortable on my crotch. And then yeah, so my, basically TMI, but my butt, right, so when we were sat on the camels, am I flashing you? No. So when we were sat on the camels, it was like I was basically sat like on the hump, and it was very uncomfortable, I can't lie to you, but it was like it was a fun experience, but yeah, very uncomfortable. And yeah, it was like basically right up in between my cheeks, but like in my gooch basically. And I don't know if this is TMI, I don't even know if I can say gooch on YouTube, but yeah, it was basically right in between my cheeks, and it was really painful. Like there was no padding, there was no softness, like it was just straight up there. And it was like, you know, the bone that's kind of where your butt cheek bone is basically, it was just jamming up in there. And obviously like the camels are, you know, moving like camels do, but it was really hard in my butt crack. And then obviously when I got my massage, he was really going into every nook and cranny, and so he was massaging like my butt cheeks basically, but really hard. And so now my butt cheeks really hurt. And so like when I was sat down, I was like, ow, like I'm so sore, but like in a good way, you know. Ultimately, like I'm not like, this is not me moaning about it, but I'm just like, oh, I feel like I've actually been beaten up, but like in a positive way. Things are good. I'm really enjoying this holiday. I'm having a really nice time. It's also really interesting because, like I said, I've not been to anywhere in the African continent before, and I feel like it's, and I don't mean this in a shady way, but I feel like in Tunisia, or like Tunisian people, they're not really used to like people who express themselves through like the way that they look, you know. Like loads of people have been staring at my tattoos, staring, like me and my partner, because my partner has quite a few tattoos as well. Staring mostly at me, I think because I'm brown, and like that's also like very unheard of for a brown person to have like this many tattoos, and like very large visible ones. But the thing is that they won't stare and then be like some people will be like, oh, I like your tattoos. Some people will stare, but they're talking to each other about it, and then they'll point at you, and like there's no like what's the word I'm looking for? People won't shy away from like literally talking about you when you're like right there. Which I find really uncomfortable. Like when we went to get the massage today, like because obviously I've got my septum pierced, I've got my nose pierced, I've got like long colourful nails, I've got bare tattoos, and like the person who did my massage, when I came out, he was like talking to another member of staff, and they were obviously talking about my piercings, because he like massaged my face as well, obviously talking about my piercings, and then talking about my nails as well. And I was kind of, and then she was like, oh, let me see your nails, and I was kind of like, bitch, I'm right here. Like I was just like, what the hell. And then when we were walking in, like at the beginning of the massage, there was another member of staff who was like kind of showing us in, and my partner has some tattoos on his legs, so she could see them, and she was telling her other colleague, oh look, she was like, look, pointing at my partner, and I'm like, I can see them doing that. So I was like, oh yeah, I was like, yeah, we've both got quite a lot of tattoos. And she was like, oh yeah, wow. And like, they're not being shady when they are talking. Well, I don't know, because obviously I don't speak Arabic, but like when I have kind of like almost caught them in it and been like, yeah, like in that moment I was like, yeah, we both have quite a lot of tattoos. And she was like, oh wow, that's so cool, yeah, I really like this one, blah, blah. And so I'm like, ultimately I don't think they're being horrible, but I am just like, stop fucking talking about me when I'm right here, you know. It just feels really weird. But yeah, I have noticed that there's not a lot of tattooed people, there's not a lot of people who have piercings, there's honestly just not a lot of people who look like me or like my partner, even though like, yeah, people are brown, but not the tourists for sure. Like even the other tourists in our hotel, me and my partner are getting stared at a lot, particularly me. And like, I'm not the biggest fan of being gawked at. Like, I think I'm kind of used to it. Like, I am brown, I do have tattoos, like I often have very colourful, like funky hair colours and stuff as well. Oh my god, imagine if I had like my colourful hair as well. People would have lost their mind here. There's no way. I would have lost my mind. And what we've noticed, and when we were talking to one of the members of staff, is that a lot of the tourists at our hotel, there's like hardly any British people here, which is, you know, I don't really care, but it's interesting because the other people who were here, they were saying it's like a lot of Polish people, a lot of Slovakian people, a lot of like Eastern European people, which I think is quite interesting. But they're also staring at me and my partner a lot. So yeah, it's just, I think it's just kind of, I don't know, it's low-key annoying, I can't lie. And I don't like being gawked at, I don't like being stared at. As much as I'm like, oh, I'm kind of used to it, like, yeah, it's still fucking annoying. So that's kind of irritating, but like not the end of the world, I can kind of deal with it. But it also makes my partner really uncomfortable when people are staring at me, and like it's very obvious that they are, because he's like, you know, naturally protective of me, and he's like, do I need to be concerned? Especially where pretty much everyone at the hotel, tourist-wise, are white. So he's always kind of on edges to be like, you know, are you being racist? But yeah, luckily none of that so far. It would be crazy to come to Africa and be racist though, like that's actually nuts. I've been really enjoying the holiday so far, other than obviously getting headaches like multiple times, but hopefully that won't happen anymore. I'm having a nice time. I think the food's really good, the people are really nice and friendly, but yeah, the staring and the kind of like constant like being talked about basically is kind of annoying. When we went into Mardia town, there were lots of people staring, and as well, like Mardia is quite small. I think we went on like a Monday, and on Fridays when they had this like big market and stuff, so I don't think we went on like a day that's like particularly busy. It's also, I'm finding there's like an overwhelming amount of men, and I don't know if it's because it's an Arabic country, so maybe like the women aren't like working as much, or like maybe there's like some cultural aspect there, but like there is a lot of men everywhere. Like all of the chefs in the restaurant, men. There's one woman I've seen so far in the like 3-4 days that we've been here. There's maybe 1 or 2 members of staff who are women. All of the receptionists, men. All of the people in the shops we've been to, men. Like it's very, there's a like taxi drivers, all men. Tour guides, men. Maybe on I could count maybe about 3 women who I've seen who are like working somewhere that we've been, and like yeah, that kind of makes me uncomfortable, I can't lie. Like, sorry, but yeah, it kind of makes me a little bit uncomfortable, the sheer amount of men that are here. You know, I'm sure they're fine, I'm sure they're like, you know, not bad people and not bad men, but like yeah, being a woman and being surrounded by that many men is actually, yeah, quite intimidating. Like, I don't know how comfortable I would feel if I was to have been here alone. But yeah, I think like being with my partner has actually made me feel considerably more comfortable, but yeah, I don't know how I'd feel if I was on my own by comparison. But other than that, I'm having a really good time. Like, and even those things, they're like very minor, you know, but just things that I've like noticed and like how I feel personally. But the country is beautiful, the beach is beautiful, no complaints other than the very small minor complaints that I just had. So tomorrow we are going to do this like little, I don't even know, like a boat tour sort of thing, where we get on like he showed us a picture of this boat, and it basically looks like a dinghy, like a, you know, like a large dinghy. That's kind of what it looks like. It's not like a boat, but it's also not a rubber dinghy rapids dinghy, if that makes sense. So he showed us a picture and I was kind of like, okay. But yeah, we're basically going on this like boat ride and it's like an hour and 15 minutes or so, and we're gonna go see dolphins. So he literally said, if you don't see dolphins, I will give you your money back. So we were like, okay, cool. Very confident that we're going to see dolphins. And then we're gonna go parasailing. After that is when we've booked our treatments at the spa. So I've been parasailing before, again when I went to Dubai, and also don't judge me for going to Dubai, okay, because I went to Dubai when I was like 15, 16, really young, and it was before Dubai is like how Dubai is now, if that makes sense. Like the Burj wasn't even built. Like it was old town Dubai, and I don't even know if old town is like still around, but it was like there was markets and souks and like hole in the wall restaurants and loads of Indian clothes, well not Indian, but like, you know, like South Asian clothing and Arabic clothing, and there was mosques, and you know, it was very like, there was a lot of culture there. I obviously haven't been to Dubai since because of everything, you know. Yeah, I went on like a family holiday as well, so yeah, anyway. Don't judge me for going to Dubai, because I know a lot of people feel a type of way about Dubai, and I get it. I had a great experience there, I think mainly because it wasn't as commercialized as it currently is. Anyway, yeah, so I've been parasailing once in Dubai and I really enjoyed it, even though I'm a little bit scared of heights, but like it was kind of fun, and it's like very peaceful and calm. So we've been seeing people parasail on the beach near us, and the person who was doing the dolphin tour also does parasailing, does like, you know, like the banana boats and all that fun water skiing, jet ski, all that shit. So we were like, well, let's do parasailing. So we've also booked to do parasailing. My partner's a little bit scared. I am a little bit scared also, but I'm trying not to be scared, so I'm trying to be brave so that my partner doesn't get scared either. But I think it'll be fun. Like I've done it before, it's perfectly safe, we've seen other people doing it, you know. It's just, it can be quite like intimidating like getting up there, but like once you're up there you're like, oh, this is actually kind of beautiful. After parasailing we've booked our spa treatments, and so this time I have gone for a not crazy massage so my body doesn't get bruised. I've gone for I booked a pedicure. I'm not sure like what order they're gonna do with them in, but I booked like all 3. So I booked a pedicure. There's also a like marine mud clay wrap something of that kind. And then I've booked a massage, and it's the massage that my partner got today, which is, I think it's called like a relaxation modeling massage or something, which I don't really know what that means, but my partner was like, yeah, it was like a good massage, but he was like, I didn't get like fucked up, you know, like he was like, I didn't get my shit rocked. So I was like, okay, yeah, I need that, but, like, because I need to not be bruised. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We're gonna have like a nice little spa day tomorrow. My partner's also booked another massage, I think the same one as he had today. There's also our hotel does this thing, which I think is crazy, but it's basically where you like hire a driver to take you to like different areas of Tunisia, and then they stay with you all day. So like there's an area in Tunisia called Sousse, and there's another area which I can't remember the name of, but they basically were like, yeah, you pay like a fixed rate of like however many Tunisian dinar, and then they drive you to the place, you like hang out, do whatever you want, they'll wait for you, and then they'll drive you back. I was like, that's crazy to me. I don't know, the concept of that is actually kind of mind-blowing. But we're thinking of maybe doing that to Sousse, because also it's really affordable. It's like not that expensive at all. I think it was like, I actually can't remember, I'm not going to say the number because it will be a complete guess and it's probably wrong, but yeah, it was, I remember us being like, oh, that's really not that expensive. But yes, we've been debating potentially going to Sousse. There's also a mall in Sousse. I think it's literally called the Mall of Sousse, because we might do a little bit of shopping and do a little bit of wandering, because I think it'd be nice to do a bit of shopping, because like me and my partner don't really shop, like we don't really go out shopping to like a shopping center and stuff, and apparently it's like a really famous mall and they've got like food places. They have a Chili's there which is so silly, because if you're American you're probably like, what the fuck, but we don't have Chili's in England. And like we used to have Chili's in England. I remember I used to visit, there was one in a town near me where I grew up, and well, in a city near where I grew up, and it was so good. Like we used to love going there, and we used to go on like birthdays, and like people would have birthday parties there and stuff, like as we were kids and stuff, and it was so fun and it was so good and the food was delish. And then it just disappeared, like it just closed. So I don't know what happened to all of the Chili's in England, or if there even was more, you know, if it was like that many in England to begin with. But yeah, we don't have them in England. And like, I love Chili's. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I've not had it since I was a literal child. But there's a Chili's in this mall, and I keep talking to my partner about it. So, because he's never been to Chili's before. So yeah, I don't know. If we do go to Mall of Sousse, we'll probably go to Chili's. But like, I don't know if we're going to go to the Mall of Sousse. But it's just something we've been thinking about, or I've been thinking about, clearly. That's it really. I don't think I have any other updates. It's like 9 o'clock now. I think I'm gonna like brush my teeth. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, perfect. I can go to bed now. I've basically just been waiting to go to sleep. But yeah, so I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna put my crocheting away, I'm gonna go to sleep. But yeah, sorry for like not actually sitting up, but like I said, I'm feeling very fragile, so I'm gonna do my outro like this, okay everyone? I hope that's okay. Oh, also, look how nice it stained. It looked really good. I like it. It's fun. I'm not getting up to do my outro, but if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And of course, if you want to catch any of my later Vlogoween posts, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do have a whole playlist as well for all of my Vlogoween vlogs, so if you've missed out on any, you can catch them there. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me for another day in Tunisia, and I will hopefully catch you on the next one.